Okay, hey guys, how's it going? Kalia here. Well, LaToya's here too. But anyway, I wanted to come on and do like a real talk session, and talk about some things on the journey. Not like a vent, but just like a sharing session. You know, because I feel like a lot of people have a lot of questions, or you have a lot of thoughts just in general, and it's like you don't want to be rude and ask. But I know there's thoughts that everybody be thinking, or like fears or whatever. So before I get started, before I ramble on, I do want to say this is definitely grown folk conversation. 18 and years and older.
Grab your drink, grab your popcorn, grab you some pearls if you need to clutch them. It's about to be some real talk.
Woo! Yes, no, definitely. Yeah, like she said,
yeah,
you said pearls.
Grab your pearls, yeah. Grab your pearls, grab you some pearls if you need to clutch them, just in case. But yeah.
Yeah, it's just, like I said, it's just a sharing session. I thought it would be interesting to come on and share some stuff, just like that I'm experiencing with the journey, and then I know other people have experienced just in general. So the first thing I wanted to talk about was just kind of like, I guess, good and the bad, just in terms of weight loss surgery in general. I feel like people have probably seen that topic on a lot of different videos, and I feel like the good outweighs the bad, but the bad can be bad. Or just the real of it. So anyway, the first thing I think of is in terms of like the bad, now that I'm hitting bigger numbers, because I'm approaching 40 pounds down, the sagging loose skin is real. Like, holy fuck bags, it's real. Oh shit. I mean,
it don't matter. You already said she was gonna be real.
Okay, I did 18. Okay, I just realized. Anyway, damn it.
Just stop trying to clear it up, because
I know
clear up. It's terrible.
Anyway, okay, but yeah. So I know I used to ask or look for videos on sagging skin, and that used to be my number one fear too, or one of the biggest things that was holding me back from getting surgery, because I knew once you get surgery, you lose weight at a faster pace than you can for real. You know what I mean? Unless you're like, I don't even know, on steroids in the gym, which I guess is ironic. Because people do. But anyway, that was lame. But
shit, you did say you was gonna ramble. This is gonna be rough, y'all, because I'm kind of like sidelining this one, so
what are you trying to say?
Girl, you rambled it already.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, it's just that was one of the biggest fears. I definitely am experiencing like a lot of loose skin. Like you can even, I mean, you can see it already on my arms. I'm not getting, like, there's no skin flick right now. I told you guys I was going to do I want to do a really, really good 3 months post-op video where I can show you pictures from surgery, and then pictures like going down. So, but on my way, I mean, sagging skin has probably been like the biggest thing, because not only does your skin sag, where you have areas where you have the most fat loss, it also gets thin. So, and I'm just a very sensitive individual in general. Most people may not be, but because I'm like committed to weight training, I'm committed to like working out and stuff, I think the excessive amount of sweat is also...
You mean like your skin being sensitive?
Yeah, like I can get rashes, or there's like a little bit of skin breakdown in some areas. But when you're big and you're losing weight, you know, almost like if you're big before and you have a fold somewhere, but as you lose weight, your body is making folds where there didn't used to be folds. So I'm thinking about, like, you know, like stomach, the overhang, you know, down below, like there just might be folds where there not used to be no folds. Pocketbooks, like that's an old school. That's an old school word, but you know what I'm talking about, ladies. Like there's just folds where there might not have been folds before, and it's just like, oh, Jesus Christ, because it's just annoying, and it looks atrocious. It's just like, I need surgery right now. Like, when can I get that, you know, skin removal surgery? So I think that's my biggest thing. The other thing, though, I'm trying to think of, like, the bad. Wait, was that really bad? No, I don't think so. Wait.
Well, you started talking about the skin breakdown, but you didn't give any tips or anything like that you do.
Yeah, because that's how I was about to go into like how to combat it in the good, and then I was thinking, is that the only thing that I have that's bad?
Oh, right now that's your most pressing point.
Okay, well, I'll just go with that because I don't want to be too rambly and trying to find something else that I'm like down about. Because I think that's probably the most thing. Because I feel like now I'm hitting that point to where a lot of the good is outweighing my bad. Some of the good things that I think are helping me overcome, I guess, with the sagging skin and folds or whatever, is just being lighter and being smaller. Inches lost, I think I have more inches lost than I feel like I see like reflected on the scale, which to me is like it's a big achievement. I feel like cleaning, which used to be a hardship, I think, when you're really, really big. I was always self-conscious about smelling or sweat and things like that because I'm always hot. But now I don't really worry about it as much because it's so simple. I'm enjoying more flexibility and just ease of, you know, lifting limbs, and I don't know, it's just easier. And so it doesn't seem to be a big deal to me anymore. I'll go wash up. You know what I mean? You guys know I work out at work. I take a shower after I work out, so, and it's just easy. I don't know, it's just simple. So one of the things that I've been doing, because like I told you, I'm committed to doing my waist training and stuff like that with the folds and the sagging skin. No, I'm committed to compressing, and I don't know if you can really get away without compressing, because if you ever want that skin to snap back or at least get pulled in close, you gotta compress. And I'm compressing everywhere. And like I said, pocketbook, thighs. I need to get arm sleeve compression and stuff like that. Pretty soon I'm just gonna have a bodysuit. I already decided I'm just gonna get one made so I can have, you know, from here, so at least I can sleep in it or be in it for like 10 hours or something like that, because you need compression everywhere. It's just, that's the thing that's crazy. It's like skin everywhere. But tips and tricks, like I said, when I was talking about after showers or things like that, making or getting completely dry is a very big thing. Keeping areas where those folds flat over, keeping those areas dry is a really, really big help. It helps with like smell, but it also helps with skin breakdown.
Yeah. And
then if there's like itching or anything like that, and just sagging in general, keeping that skin nice and happy and dry tends to ease like just the sagging in general. So paper towels or washcloths, like thick ones, in terms of like if you get a paper towel, are really nice if you can fold them the long way, slip them under there. And
she said under there, she mean that if you have a hangover, like, you know, you ain't getting as real as you should be getting real. Let me lift that bad boy up, line your stuff up right there, line your paper towels right up under there, and just let it, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I use paper towels, but to be honest too, I have a couple of washcloths and hand towels that I've just, you know, designated to myself that I wash on a round ribbon, you know, basis, whatever. I have them under my, I was about to say faja. I mean, I have them under my waist trainers because I wear a t-shirt or like a cami, but I need something more to keep the sweat away from my skin. And so I use it, but like I said, in pocketbook down below or whatever, not only do I use it under the stomach, like Latoya was saying, to flip that up and get it under there so that stays dry, I just go ahead and put it between the thighs and stuff, because
yeah, right here, because you'll get that. It is what it is. Yeah. If you past a certain point or weight, if you carry a lot of fat down there, we call it a pocketbook.
Well, I mean, you can say pussy patch, but I don't know what else to say.
I mean, that's AKA. But if you carry a lot of weight in your pocketbook area, you can't. Once you lose that skin, this is gonna flop over on the side when sitting down and anything like that. So you just put you a couple, you know, either like a regular, you said paper towel.
Yeah, paper towel is good. The only thing is you have to make sure you change it so you don't have, you know.
But yeah, if you change it when you use the bathroom and stuff like that.
And it's doable. I mean, me being at work most of the day, you know, there's paper towels everywhere, and they're not the flimsy or like easy to tear kind. They're the like almost the shitty kind, but the thing is they're hard. So you know what I mean? They nice and stiff for a long time. And when I was doing the thing under my stomach, that's what I was using. Those paper towels, they were stiff, catch a lot of sweat, and they don't get soggy too fast. But then I realized I can actually just use a towel or whatever. The only thing is, as you keep getting smaller, you got to be more creative.
You do.
She called me one day. She was like, "Man, I think you might need look at that pocketbook because what is going on there?
Y'all, okay, so you brought it up. I wasn't even gonna say nothing, girl.
Nah, it wasn't. I'm glad you told me because I wouldn't. I had found a solution. Like I told you guys, I've always been self-conscious about smelling and all that stuff, and I'm working out like 2 days now, pretty much. And so I'm washing up constantly. Like I usually wash up at work twice, and having those paper towel or washcloths and stuff help to keep me dry. Mm-hmm. And I'm just slapping shit where I put it and keeping. I thought I was, keeping a clean house.
You gotta do what you gotta do. But quiet as it's kept, it's summertime. You gonna sweat anyway, and then being in compression is gonna make you sweat 10 times more. I sweat here. Anybody that has a decent sized bust, girl, because I have been known to roll me up something and just slip it in there so my skin don't break down. Because
I don't have anything right there now, but it's true.
Because when you waist train, your thing lifts you up and snatches you together, and so I will stick something down in there so catch that sweat that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because that's the thing though. Sweat is what causes you to smell. So that's the thing. You trying to catch it before, or at least condense and consolidate or whatever. Give it a pay-per-view subscription so it stays put. That's what I be trying to do. So, and also, most people who are big, I know I was talking about sagging skin, but also, once you get to a certain weight, your thighs be touching and stuff like that too. So you need something there to reduce friction. So there's a lot of reasons why you have to get creative. Compression wear, shorts, like everything. There's lots of different reasons because you have to, decrease friction. You don't want to sweat, you don't want to smell. But I had a Bose and I didn't realize, because I'm getting smaller, I didn't realize I couldn't do that no more. Like there's no skin to match that. I'm not big enough. Out of my thighs were not covering nothing.
She's talking about her pocketbook.
Yeah,
it was like, how you doing? How are you? Oh my God, the pocketbook came first before I actually saw her. It was really like out there, like, oh, I was like, babe, no. Like, them pants, you're not going nowhere with them pants on. That's what you're not going to do.
She was like, I knew camel toes were in season, but
like, we're not like that though. We're not going to do that.
And it was funny. I was like, what you talking about? And then I realized it was because I was patting myself up to, keep my sweat down and everything. Mm-hmm. And then, like, I was a happy camper, but and that's when I started to resort back to paper towels and things like that. I don't know what you can really do. I feel like if you don't keep yourself close, if you don't keep all your skin close to your body, but then also deal with the sweat and, lotion yourself and do everything else, I don't know what else you do. It seems taxing. I think that's the other thing that can be associated with the weight loss journey is that you, in my mind, you feel like, oh, this is all I need to do. Once I start losing this weight, life's going to be better. It's kind of like going natural. You think it's going to be easy. Oh, I'm just going to be wet and go curly and that's it. Nope, it actually takes more time to be natural than it did when you had the cream crack. Same thing.
It's true, it does. It takes you have to be committed. You have to be committed.
You really do. You high roller, eating all the cheeseburgers and shit, and then it's like you try to change your life. It's a full-time commitment because just like I said, I thought I was good. I thought I was golden.
Girl.
And then I realized as I keep getting smaller, I have to take more care to see how I look because I'm not used to being smaller either. That's another thing.
And that's true, yeah. You actually don't really, it's funny because you don't realize how big you are until you are no longer that size. And you're like, oh, I could never reach like this before. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, yeah. When I was telling you guys about cleaning, that's what I meant. Maybe I didn't get real enough, but that too.
You want this real.
Well, everybody, okay, sorry. Well, if I wasn't getting real enough about the pocketbook and we already know what's in the rear, like, anytime you are big, especially if you have stomach problems, because everybody don't gain weight in the midsection. Some women are very blessed where they're pear shaped and their titties are small. They don't have to worry about being top heavy and stuff like that. Other women are not so lucky, or men, whoever. Once you have midsection weight, bending this way, twisting this way, you can do a little bit of robot. So, but yeah, that's one thing I didn't, like she said, I didn't think about it until afterwards. So, and that brings me to the next thing I was thinking about too, because like I said, some of the good really do outweigh the bad, because there's a lot of annoying stuff about the weight loss journey or things that you really have to keep on top of. But there's been a lot of good things because, like I said, cleanliness is one. That coming easier. And then other things like the bedroom, like once you were smaller. I'm just saying, because you know why? This is why I thought about this in terms of like bedroom, because between the sheets, whatever you want to call it, Getting jiggy with it. Why are you taking more sips the more I talk? Did you see her face? Anyway, because I saw a lot of videos. I've seen a lot of videos where people ask people who had VSG, weight loss surgery, or whatever about dating. Of course, I'm not dating, so I was just thinking like the next topic that I could even talk about would be like, how are they below? Like, I mean, that's the next question. That's what most people ask people who've had surgery, whether it's plastic surgery or anything. It's like, okay, so how did you do when you got back to real life? Like, are you back? Or that would be the real question, right? Are you back? Like, what's going on? Hey. Anyway, but I think I did not realize, that's one area I can say I didn't realize how big I was, because you think you're okay, or you think, I don't know, your spatial awareness of your body is just either, because I don't think I was in denial. I just think when you want to be smaller, maybe, I don't know. But anyway, all I can say is that it's better. Like, things that I got used to being bigger, in terms of like, I don't even know how to word it.
This is real talk.
Well, okay, this is the only thing I can think of. It's like, well, everybody knows when you in throws, everybody knows what you're used to in terms of like how it is for you when you in the sheets. So, and I think for me, it was a certain way, and I associated with it being good. I didn't think anything was wrong with it. You know, I met the objective, checked the mark. You know what I mean? So I figured
there was a takeoff.
That's what I'm saying. I got to the finish line, so I figured, I mean, isn't that the biggest thing? Because if you're not reaching the finish line, that's usually the biggest problem.
We'll have that fun.
Yeah, so.
I'm sorry.
That was funny. She raised, anyway. That's usually people's biggest problem. I didn't have that issue. So, but how I got to that finish line, I did not realize I was struggling or drowning or underwater until body made some changes, and it was like, oh wow, okay. So, but yeah, I think that was something I didn't even realize had changed until it happened. So it's one of those things where I never thought that weight was holding me back in that situation, because a lot of girls or a lot of women can attest to that in terms of being big and not having any like lackluster in terms of like action between the sheets, or anybody like, you know, hitting on them or whatever.
I mean, because let's be real, like the weight holds you back from positions, it holds you back from a lot of things, even how it feels as far as penetration. Weight can add extra pressure. You said it was gonna be real.
No, I did. I'm sorry. I didn't know how to. I wanted to keep it G, and I didn't know how to say it, but I was.
That's why the disclaimer was there, y'all. Hey, if you shouldn't be
watching.
Virgins, you shouldn't be here.
Go to your room. So
but it does.
But if you're adults, you know.
It does, and that may not be for everybody, mind you. That may not be for everybody.
Yeah.
But I think the weight does add a lot of things, and you don't realize all those things that are different because it's your norm. When something is your norm, you don't know anything different. But once you start to, especially with her, once you start to lose the weight, then it's like,
yeah, it was a straight up like, well, wait a minute.
Okay, then there.
I mean, because we already took it there. I mean, we already said, we talk about the pocketbooks and all that other stuff. And you know how sometimes it's like, people, or, you know, you can associate.
Stop you right there before you get excited.
You can associate a struggle or like, you know, something being hard or rough as being pleasurable. A lot of people do. A lot of people don't mind getting down and dirty, you know. A lot of people don't mind rough. But it's funny when you think you need that, because that's all you know.
Right.
I mean, everybody knows, like, you know how when you jump into the balls at McDonald's, or like if you ever been in one of those inflatable obstacle courses, how they do something in there to where you gotta
fight your way through. And you're talking about the weight as far as penetration can add extra pressure to where it's difficult to kind of, you know, get on up in there and whatnot.
To get to the finish line. But you don't know, like I said, didn't even realize it. So that sounds weird to be like,
I was just sip my tea because I need to clutch my pearls. I don't even know if I was even ready, y'all. I don't even have pearls to clutch.
Well, because it's like, that's why I said I wanted to make the video to talk about stuff, because there's some stuff that really annoys me, or I know that can be annoying, or fear. Even like, let's just say, because if you're watching the videos or the journey and you haven't started yet, or you're trying to start, there's a lot of fears associated with losing a lot of weight. Everybody knows that. It's like, dang, it's like,
because they don't want to go through that loose skin phase, and it is it's gonna happen. But my thing is, it's better to have the loose skin, because you can fix that, than to stay where you at.
Yeah, I agree, because like I said, being where I'm at now, I didn't even know there was things that I was missing out on, or I was being, I mean, I knew some stuff was holding me back. Just like, I mean, like I said, there's stuff, when you're bigger, that's just like trying to ride a horse, or, oh wow. That's like, that didn't even come out right.
Is that where we at?
I was trying to like make an analogy about like a big person trying to do something.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like,
Continue.
I'm just saying, it's like if you go to an amusement park, you know how when you're too big to get on a ride, which has happened to me before, it's just stuff like that.
I hated that.
You know what I mean? It's like anything when you think of like it though, but that's an obvious thing. So a lot of times people won't even put themselves.
You can talk about it.
Oh, okay. People won't even put themselves in a position because they already know they're big. They already know.
We're 21 minutes.
Oh, okay. So I talked a good time. You already know you want to put yourself in that position. But it's crazy to get on your journey and start to lose weight and then realize, like, dang, I had no idea that, you know, when I was big, not only was I missing out on stuff, it's like, damn, I could have had a much better ride. Like, I didn't even realize that the weight was putting pressure, or like different tissues must have been inflamed because of the weight. So, because I told you guys, I've been struggling with some edema since I've been on the weight loss journey after surgery, and like trying to figure out what's going on with that. And it's just like, I had no idea that by losing the weight and getting down further and further, tissues is, you know, shrinking, body's getting slimmer, and I'm getting closer to the goal. But it's good. It's good. It's like, you got to take note. You got to celebrate the small victories, because if you don't sum up the small stuff, the big things, or the things that seem big, will get you down and get you depressed. Because like I said too, that's why I brought up being inches, in terms of inches being lost, because my scale has been the same for like the past couple of weeks, but
inches are still being lost in a real way.
Because I told you guys, when I was in the hospital, I think I gained 15 pounds or something.
You did. You gained, man, in like 3 days. It was but it was an IV. She was constantly on that IV.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But when I came back, I think because I started wearing, like, you know, more leggings or women's clothes, and I shouldn't say more women's clothes, but you know what I mean. Anyway, I was in like a 28, like 26, and but now it's like I'm approaching 18, so it's like that's a lot of sizes lost, and that's why it's like I wish I was, you know, somewhere else on those scale, but I can't complain.
Those inches are so important, because she put on pants the other day, which is, you know, that's when she got beside herself, and her pocketbook was like, you know, she was saying hello and she wanted to be seen. But she had put on some pants that had been sitting in the drawer for like a year, actually.
No, you said it. So that's why I was like, there's a lot of little things that I can jump for joy, because it's like,
and I can jump for joy too, because yes indeed.
I'm just saying. I mean, yeah, it's so great. So,
anyways, move right along.
I don't know. It's good. I think. I mean, you guys will have to tell me what you think about the video.
If y'all want us to continue the real talks, and for real, like the down, gritty, and dirty, what you're going through and dealing with as you embark on this journey, because these are these things that for real people want to talk about. They know they're going through it, or they can't, you know what I mean, just the feeling of being big and not being able to paint your own toenails. Nobody wants to talk about that. Nobody wants to admit those things.
I mean,
properly.
I've seen people,
right, but it's real. It's real.
Well, because they would make devices for stuff like that,
right?
So you know what I mean. So
so y'all let us know if y'all want us to continue
real talks, or you know, if you feel like it was too much, or it was like a
let us know, because y'all know us, we all sweet and everything from the other channel, but you know, here I don't
know, I got excited because I was like, hey, there is some good stuff happening, and like, because I told you guys I was gonna come on and do a real skin flick, you know, when I was 3 months post-op, and remember, I think I told you guys too, I was gonna do a cartwheel when I reached 250, and I will, but you can consider these some, you know, discussion cartwheels for you. Give your sister an applause. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be happy for me. So anyway, don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, guys. Okay. Bye.